Hey, how are you? Send out here coming at you with another video, and today I want to have a talk that a lot of people aren't going to really want to have. How most hair growth products are a scam. Just out to get your money. They're playing you, and by the end of this video I'm going to tell you exactly how. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel, and once you subscribe, be sure to click on that notification, the bell notification, so you're notified every time I post another video. Let's get into it. If you're OG to my channel, hey girl, how you doing? And if you are new here, hi, hello, how are you, and welcome to my channel. I am Sendao, and here on my channel we talk about the wonders of nature and their amazing benefits for healthy hair, skin, nails, gut health, and so many other things. But every now and then I like to go back in time. When I stopped doing hair professionally, I didn't leave the industry. I just stepped into another aspect of it, and the aspect of it that I stepped into was the one where we are talking about hair products, science of them, and also the logistics of marketing for these products to get them in your hands. How they use certain market employees to keep certain products in your hair forever. So I'm not trying to get you not to use certain products, nor am I trying to be negative and trying to get you to stop using your favorite product. I just want you to know what's going on when you use it. So let's get started. Most people get a hair growth product and their hair hasn't been growing, it's been falling out forever. No matter what they do, they cannot grow hair, and then they use this one product, and then all of a sudden all of their hair issues are just gone and their hair is growing. Where most of the time you will go ahead and say like, oh, this product, I was using this product, and upon me putting this oil on my hair, or upon me putting this essential oil on my hair, or upon me putting this amazing hair growth product on my hair has grown like crazy.
Anybody who has decided they're not interested in minoxidil, maybe because you've tried it, it didn't work, it's too irritating, or you're just simply not interested in minoxidil, guess what? You two are a group that brands are going to heavily market to. I encourage everyone who's going through hair loss to see a board certified dermatologist. There are a lot of different types of hair loss out there, and getting the right diagnosis is key. Some types of hair loss, which I've covered on this channel, such as telogen effluvium, can and often do spontaneously resolve with no intervention. So why waste your time, money, and efforts on something that may not be necessary in the long run? So anybody...
Well, I can understand how if you have been dealing with hair issues for a very long time and you use one product on your scalp and your hair grows, you find it necessary to give the credit to this product, but the product doesn't deserve the credit. It's really providing a product that helps you to set a healthy environment, that helps you to set a healthy and clean environment for the natural hair growth cycle to continue. Because in reality, the only thing that is stopping your hair from growing is your hair's natural hair growth cycle being set off balance. Now, there are a couple of different things that can set your hair growth cycle off balance, like your diet, stress, the products that you use on your hair, different styling tactics that you may use, different hair products that you use, different routines and patterns that you follow in conjunction with those products, and so many other things. The number one cause of the human hair growth cycle being slowed down is an overgrowth of bacteria on the hair follicle. Also from blocked hair follicles, and by having a blocked hair follicle, your hair follicle cannot receive oxygen flow, which in return stresses the body, which in return puts the hair follicle into the telogen phase, inducing telogen effluvium, which is the part of the hair growth cycle where the hair is not growing, right? So if you pay attention to the ingredients of most hair care aids or most hair care products, the majority of the ingredients are not formulated to actually induce hair growth, but to kill the bacteria that is on the scalp, that is limiting the hair growth cycle in the first place, right? So it's not that it's growing your hair was going to grow anyway, but once you've put a hair growth treatment that is like really rich and like it's like really rich in certain amino acids, or like really rich in in certain essential oils and things of that nature, like different things that have antimicrobial and antibacterial properties, then it will kill the bacteria on the human scalp that is stopping hair growth. But see, where it gets you is when they sell you a hair product, they're not actually selling you something that is going to grow your hair. They're selling you something to undo the things that your patterns are causing in the first place. Even though you're constantly using these hair growth aids and things of that nature to regrow your hair and to reset your hair growth cycle, at one point in time it stops working because you're not changing the environment. When you watch this video here, I talk a whole lot about the environment of the human scalp and about this bacteria right here. This is the same bacteria that causes a staph infection, right? And this bacteria lives on the human scalp, and it is your responsibility to make sure that that bacteria does not overgrow. How do you do that? Just simply shampooing the hair and using sulfate-free shampoos. Sometimes, not all the time. What it does, sometimes it makes it so a lot of that bacteria that is on the human scalp can't be removed, especially if you're a person who doesn't wash your hair that often. So the only time I recommend sulfate-free shampoo to somebody is if you're a person who's washing your hair like 2 to 3 times a week, then yeah, use a sulfate-free shampoo. But if you're a person who wash your hair sulfate-free shampoo, I'm sorry, but if you only washing your hair once every 3 months, you don't need sulfate-free nothing. You don't need free nothing. You need to be charged full price in the shampoo formulation. So let's get into a couple of the different things that cause these issues in the first place. And number one, excessive sebum production. When the sebaceous gland is blocked from anything like oils and butters, we'll talk about that second, and we've talked about it in this video here. But when the sebaceous gland is blocked with butters and oils, the natural sebum that is within the hair's follicle cannot escape. And when the follicle is clogged, that means that the bacteria that is naturally on the scalp is so freaking excited. You know why? This bacteria's favorite food is sebum. Sebum is its favorite food. So the more sebum you have present on the scalp, the more of this bacteria you will have in abundance on the human scalp. And most people don't wash their hair. The majority of women think that they're supposed to let the sebum build up on the human scalp instead of combing it and stretching it down. Instead of combing it and stretching it down the hair shaft, you think that you're supposed to let it sit on one specific area, but in reality that is causing major scalp infections because the different bacteria that are within the hair follicle causing so many of these different scalp disorders, their favorite food is sebum. So the more you layer products, the more you layer oils and butters and all of this on your hair, the worse you're getting. So it sounds like you're really helping your hair by oiling your scalp, but in reality you hurting it way more than you helping. There are times where you actually do have dry scalp, where your sebum production is lowered, and this can result in your natural hair growth cycle being slowed down from your sebum production being off. So a lot of growth aids are sometimes formulated with essential oils that you can drink, the herbs, not the oils, but the herbs that you can drink that'll work just as fast, if not faster, to reset your hair's natural sebum production naturally. Next up is going to be build up of hair products. I know that over time, because of all of the product pushing that they've been doing for natural hair over the years, it has made you believe that you need products to do your hair. You do not need a bunch of hair products to do your hair, and the more product you add to the hair, the worse the style is. I remember when I first got my cosmetology license, the one thing that I had to learn that set my silk presses and like all of my work over the top was me understanding that a little bit of product goes a long way. As a professional cosmetologist, the first thing that you understand is the difference between how your finished product looks, which you add in a bunch of hair products, versus how my finished product looks when I'm adding just a little bit and my work is shining for itself, and that natural shine and natural luster you see in my clients' client's hair is coming from my client's natural sebum, not from me putting a crap load of products on her hair. All right, so those are things that you have to really pay attention to. Product buildup is a massive cause for follicle damage. There are a couple of other things that do go into slowing down the natural hair growth cycle, but in reality, what most of these hair growth products are doing, especially with like random ones, what they're doing is simply killing the bacteria on the scalp. So I'm not saying don't buy hair products, don't buy hair growth aids. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, instead of you constantly trying new hair growth aids and thinking that all of these different brands have some big secret that nobody else has, why don't you just try changing the environment of your scalp first? Because all these hair growth products are doing, all these hair growth aids are doing is changing the environment and the pH level of your scalp so that the hair that was already growing is able to come out, because everybody's hair grows, everyone's. It's just a matter of your hair growth cycle being in proper running order. And most women, because of their patterns, because of the way that most women think that they have to treat their hair, and because of the way most women block the follicle and all of the overgrowth of the bacteria that I told you about earlier, once all of that bacteria grows in the scalp, it becomes uncontrollable. And at that point, now you go ahead and you get a hair growth product that's made with eucalyptus and all of these different antibacterial and antimicrobial ingredients, and you put that on the scalp, and it's instantly gonna kill this overrun of bacteria, the same way that monostat used to work. When women put monostat in their head, they would put monostat in their scalp because they had yeast infections of the scalp, and it's very possible. And monostat was a yeast infection cream for your kuda mama, so they were putting yeast infection cream in their scalp. They were putting yeast infection cream in their scalp, and it was killing the yeast in their scalp because it's the same thing. It's a form of yeast. So of course, a yeast infection cream is going to kill the yeast infection of the scalp, folliculitis, and a couple of other things. So I really need you guys to think about it. It is not that monostat was an amazing hair growth aid. No, everybody's hair was already growing, but everybody had yeast infections of the follicle. So once they put the monostat on there that killed that form of bacteria, the yeast was gone, the bacteria infection of the follicle was gone, and then the natural hair growth cycle was able to reset like normal. Does that mean that monostat grows hair? No, it does not. It means that the monostat killed the bacteria that was slowing down the natural hair growth cycle. And the same thing goes for hair products, right? When they're making them, it's not that they're growing your hair so good, it's that they're killing the bacteria that is slowing down your hair growth cycle. And once the bacteria is gone, the hair growth cycle starts. That's the same thing with clove, it's the same thing with rosemary, and it's the same thing with all of these other herbs, right? These herbs are not growing your hair, and this is coming at you as an herbalist, and a damn good one. All right, this is coming at you as an herbalist, the herbalist and the main owner and CEO of Simple Apothecary. Okay, herbs are 100% able to kill bacteria and are powerful enough to replace a lot of the stuff that is in hair salons. 100%. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use these products, that's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is they're not growing your hair out. They're just making a better environment for your hair growth cycle to move at its normal pace, because right now the oils and the butters and all that stuff that you're putting on your scalp is over engaging the bacteria that is on your scalp. You adding more oil to your scalp, I know it sounds like you're helping, but all you're doing, my love, by adding oil to the scalp is feeding the bacteria that is naturally on your scalp. You're just making it stronger. You're not helping your follicle, you are making the bacteria that is living on your scalp stronger. Your follicle already has sebum. You putting more oil on your scalp is only feeding the bacteria that naturally lives there. You don't have to take my word for it. Take screenshots of the different things that popped up on the screen and research it for yourself. You know, I'm just telling you where to look. If you need help setting a brand new routine and you want to be in the spot that some of these ladies are, then make sure you click the link in the description box below and sign up for my 7-day hair growth challenge. And guess what? Listen. So before you had to pay full price for the 7-day challenge, right? But what if I told you that right now you can finance it through Sizzle? So all you have to do is go on my website, add the 7-day challenge, and anything else for that matter that you need to, anything else that you want to buy, you can add it to your cart, because it's not just for the 7-day challenge, it's for everything on my store. Add it to your cart, and right as you're checking out, before you put your cart information in, there's going to be an option that says Sizzle. And so what you'll do, you just click where it says Sizzle and follow the promptings on the screen, and then you're signed up. And then you can have Sizzle will let you know like exactly how many payments of what you need to make, and then chicka-boom, chicka-blam. So start your 7-day challenge today. You can finance it through Sizzle, and you may be able to get started for as little as like 20 bucks. It'll probably be cheaper than that. I don't know, don't quote me, check over on my website. But yeah, I love you so much. And again, I'm not telling you not to buy hair growth products. I'm just telling you what they're doing. Now, products that are formulated for different things, like for example, if your problem is an overproduction of DHT, then there are certain hair growth aids that directly target DHT. That's something different, right? I'm just talking about the everyday basic hair growth. So in part 2, we're going to get deeper into the type of hair growth aids and the type of hair growth products that I do recommend. But for beginning things, I really think that I really am 100% positive that the majority of the different infections that you guys have on the scalp can be handled from an internal level. Your peppermint, your hibiscus, your nettle leaf, and so many other herbs. Like, check out Simple Apothecary and also look at my blog post in the description box below, so you can see what herbs can help you to get rid of the bacteria from the inside out. Also, if you just want to do a surface level cleaning of your scalp, make sure you click again the link in the description box below and get you some Olaplex 4C. Olaplex 4C is one of my favorite scalp detoxifiers, because it's not just a surface level cleaning. It has Olaplex's patent molecule in it, so that molecule goes deep within the cortex and within the hair's follicle to remove any buildup or anything that could be causing problems and slowing down the natural hair growth cycle, making it easy for you to reset. All right, so if you want to get your hands on that, then check the link in the description box below. And again, turn on your post notifications for part 2.